So hey guys, welcome to Work Wednesdays. It's the W day, and so another W topic maybe. Well, we don't run on W topics, but today we're talking about Web3, right? So Alex, exciting topic. We're in this space.
Yeah.
And I like what you said. We were on a call yesterday, and you said our philosophy is kind of combining the best of Web 2 and Web 3.
Mm-hmm.
Web 2 is not all bad, right? I mean, it's not the devil.
Yeah, we love it.
Yeah, we love it. I mean, we've lived on it, right?
Yeah.
And we still rely on it. But Web 3 is the future, and I'm guessing our philosophy is kind of intertwining the best of both worlds, right? Am I right to say that?
No, absolutely. So we as a Wall Street, right? We really operate in between Web 2 and Web 3. So we appreciate both worlds. So for example, Web 2, we grew up with it.
Yeah.
We learned a lot from it. We had Wikipedia on it. We had Gmail on it.
Exactly.
But now we have Web 3. And what is Web 3?
Yeah. And before we even go into Web 3, I think decentralization is positioned as this new thing, but people forget about Web 1, right? And
I forgot about Web 1.
Yeah, I mean, fine. So I'm kind of giving away my age. I grew up with a bit of Web 1. I still remember some. In the 80s, I was a small kid and my dad tinkering around with what looked like a computer. And Web 1 was invented by the US. And they were actually a bunch of decentralized computers. And anyone could publish on the internet, and it was not meant to be centralized, right? And it was used for military purposes, right? We won't go into that. But then, it became more centralized over time. It was a bunch of data centers running the internet. And then, like you said, Web 2 was the shining star, right? For a very long period of time.
Yeah, and then Web 3 came to basically provide us access to web, but in a decentralized way.
Yeah.
So Web 3 stands for this. It's a broader term for anything that connects with a chain. So you might be browsing an NFT collection that's directly pulling data from chain. You might be doing some financial services. You might be transferring money to a friend, playing a game that has assets that are hosted on chain.
Yeah.
So all of that is Web 3.
Yeah. And I would say, the philosophy behind that is that Web 2 has, been mainly driven by mobile, social, and cloud. But there are also these big companies that have centralized data and centralized control over your assets, your information, and how you're interacting with others, right? They end up being the middleman. So if you're on a popular social media platform, your friends, are they really connected to you and you have control over that, or can they wipe out your network, right?
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Web3 kind of solves trustless interaction, solves for that, for the exchange of value without a middleman, and that makes it really exciting.
Yeah, so as you said, Web 2 gave us a lot of value, but it had its dark side. Our data was used or misused.
Yeah.
We didn't really know what's happening with the data, who has it, who's selling it to whom.
Yeah.
And that's where Web 3 came as an counter argument to that and providing a new way of doing things. However, Web 3, if you go to its extreme, it has its dark side as well, because everything's anonymous. There's a lot of money involved. There's misuse on that side as well. There's a lot of scams. There's a lot of projects that steal your money and run away because nobody can go after them.
Yeah.
And I guess that's where our philosophy as our Wall Street started. Like let's pick the best of both worlds.
Correct.
Let's provide the trust of Web 2 and the accountability, but also let's have a decentralized part of our platform where people can still be owners of their own assets.
That's right. And better UX experiences as well, right?
Yeah.
So Web3 has not caught up, from a UX perspective about creating the best onboarding experiences, interacting with other users, and I would say Web 2 is still pretty secure. We're in Singapore. I think we trust our Singapore banks.
Yeah, we do.
I don't think we do trust our Singapore banks. Our company bank account is a Singaporean bank account built on Web 2, and they still, people still brag about bank-grade security.
Yeah, it works. Sometimes the app is a bit slow, but it still works.
Yeah, sometimes the app's a bit slow, but it works. I've never lost money.
Yeah. And even if you lose it, you can call the bank and they will probably
someone you
get
can
it back
speak
to
to.
you.
Right? I think with crypto, you lose your keys, you lose everything, right? So And let's not forget that most of the planet uses credit cards online, and they don't mind paying the middleman like a fee, right? Because it's fast, it's quick. Even if there's fraud, you can call up someone and say, hey, like, you know, I've been a victim of fraud, you get your money back most of the time, right? And even today, Web3 companies compare themselves to Web2 throughput, right? How fast transactions happen. So, look, you know, it's not all good and it's not all bad. I think, you know, our philosophy has always been to kind of take the best, you know, to take the best of both worlds, and you're going to see that in, you know, product and our platform and our user experience.
Yeah, stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Yeah. So till next time, well, keep learning about Web2 and Web3 and look up for updates. See you guys.